Hi, I'm Kari Samuels, your intuitive counselor and happiness coach with your December forecast. And yes, we are in the last month of 2016, and oh my goodness, what a year this has been. I said this in my very first video of the year, that 2016 is going to be a very spiritually rigorous year. And oh goodness, has it been, right? So there's a bunch of themes going on this year, and they're really going to be magnified this month because 2016 is the last month of this 9-year wrap-up that we're having. 2016 is a 9 universal year, and this is the last month of that. So this is like it. This is time to weed out your spiritual garden. This is it. This is the endings. This is the time of the final push of letting go to prepare for this 9-year manifesting cycle that begins next month in January of 2017. So, oh goodness, there's so much happening this month. This is a month about perspective, spiritual perspective. December 2016, not only is it the 12th month of the year, it is a 12 universal month. 12 is about wrapping things up. It's another number of endings. 9 is a number of endings, but so is 12. We have 12 signs in the zodiac, 12 months in the year, 12 hours in sets of 2, but we go into 12 hours on our clock, right? So 12 is all about this completion that gives you a spiritual perspective. There's somewhat of a reversal when we have the 12 active. Things can be turned upside down for you because you're meant to surrender. This is the number, the vibration that teaches you to let go and let God. Not to be powerless, but to understand things from a higher and spiritual perspective. You have a lot of power in that, and more than you recognize when you're only looking at things through the eyes of your ego. This is about getting you to look at things through the eyes of your soul, seeing with your intuition. This has been a theme all year. Because this is a 9-year, 9 is the number of integrity. So anything that is not of integrity, things are shaken, there's a shake-up. Foundation structures in your life and in your world are being shaken up so that you can see where there's disintegrity. Also, you are learning about your own personal integrity. What is really meaningful to you? What is it that you can or cannot tolerate anymore? What is it that you really know that you cannot live without or cannot live without doing in this lifetime? What is it that you came here to do? What is your unique purpose and perspective? This has all been made very clear to you this year. Sometimes through what isn't right or what is disintegrous. It helps strengthen you. And this is about looking in instead of looking out inside of you around the chaos. This is about finding your center. Now, the other theme that's been going on this year is about truth, because 2016 has the energy of 16 really magnifying what's going on in our world. It's the 16th year of our century. 16 is a karmic lesson number. Now, when 16 is activated, there's often a feeling of betrayal where truth is revealed often in shocking ways. Now, you can never predict how shock is going to happen. You can prepare for surprises, but you can never predict how you're going to be shocked. So it almost always comes up when 16 is present, because 16 teaches you about the truths that you have been hiding from yourself over the course of many lifetimes. These karmic numbers are not just about this life, they're about accumulation of many lifetime lessons. And because the 16 is activated now, we are experiencing this collectively as well as you experiencing this personally. So any kind of truth that you have been ignoring, hiding from yourself, not really paying attention to, does it come up when 16 is activated. And oftentimes when that 16, almost always when that 16 is present, there's this feeling that life is humming along just fine, and you're humming along, and all of a sudden, very quickly, like a lightning strike, the whole world is swept out from underneath you. And you feel like life is never going to be the same again. And so you can develop a mistrust in your future, a mistrust that things will ever work out. And you could be experiencing that right now, or have been this year. So here's the thing that I know to be true about this number of truth. When things are activated like this, when there's something that you haven't been dealing with over many, many lifetimes, and it's activated now, usually when the 16 is present, you would not have to go through this if you did not have all the spiritual tools and resources to heal it. Because ultimately, what that 16 teaches you is to trust yourself, to trust your inner guidance, and to trust Source to direct you through your intuition. Now, most people have their spiritual awakening after a dark night of the soul. There has to be this kind of breaking down of what the ego wants or believes in order for you to connect with spirit. That is what has happened to you this year. This is an opening to get you to process and deal with the shadow, with karmic imbalances around truth and betrayal, and to have you deal with them and process them once and for all. And you're dealing with that personally and globally right now. This is what we are all processing and have been this year. So ultimately, this is a number of peace. This is a number of intuition. This is a number of total trust and having spirit guide you, that you are never afraid. So we have some important days this month that are magnifying these lessons. So first of all, we have a full moon in Gemini on the 13th or the 14th, depending on where you live. And this is a super moon. Yes, it is another super moon. Super moons magnify the emotional and psychic energy. Full moons are a time of releasing and letting go of what's no longer serving you, letting go of intentions that are no longer serving you. So this, because it's in Gemini, which is this sign of the mind, the double body sign of the mind, no other sign can get you to shift perspectives like that than the Gemini. So this is about helping you see your life from a different light, see the world from a different light. So during that full moon, ask to let go of any attachments that are no longer serving your highest good or the good of others, and to receive the light of truth and vision, to move forward in next year with integrity, with spiritual nourishment, and with intuition. Now on the 19th, that is when Mars, our planet of action and aggression and power, moves into the last and 12th sign of the zodiac, Pisces. It's an odd combination, right? So this isn't a time to push, right? This is a time to reflect. Pisces is incredibly spiritual and psychic. So this is where you have your power now. And on that day, Mercury moves into retrograde. Yes, we are ending the year with Mercury in retrograde. Why? Because what a gift from the universe to get you to have that perspective, to slow down and rewind and reflect and revisit your intentions than when Mercury's in retrograde, because that is what Mercury retrograde is for. Now, we actually end this year on the 29th with a beautiful new moon. So the universe's message to you, that after the darkness comes the dawn, there's new light, there's new hope, and next year is a whole brand new cycle. So you can start that year with a really true, fresh perspective, with integrity, with knowing who you are and what you believe in, and with trust in spirit to guide you. Now I have 4 steps, and I'd like you to do these in order. And this is how you're going to navigate these spiritual energies this month. And if you do this, you're going to really find a lot of peace in this. So the first step is slow down. Speed racer, you probably have a lot of goals, a lot of ambitions, and you may be thinking, oh my gosh, it's the end of the year, I need to do everything at once. That everything that you need to do is more emotional and spiritual right now. It's about weeding those spiritual gardens, weeding it, making room, tilling the soil, because those seeds you're planting next year are really important, and you want to make sure you're listening to the voice of spirit and not your ego. You want to make sure your intentions have integrity with your whole soul's purpose here. Which brings me to number 2, the second step. Be present. If your mind is racing in the future, dwelling on the past, worried about what's going to happen, beating up on yourself for what did happen, whatever, you are like nowhere here to receive that guidance from Source. You need to be really present to receive that intuition and that inspiration. And when you're freaking out or dwelling about whatever, you are just magnifying that energy. So, practice being present. That means taming your mind, okay? So that means when you find yourself dwelling, It's different than reflecting. Reflecting is when you're asking Source to tell you, to inform you how you can make things right, what lessons to do. But if you're dwelling, tame your mind to just focus on your body, or look at something beautiful in nature, or a puppy, because that's always good. And then if you're worried about the future, that's going to magnify that energy too, because there's always a creative solution. There's always a solution from Source about how to take back your power. So bring yourself back to the present, okay? Breathe in your body and ground yourself. That'll do it. So the third step is honor your feelings. Woo, this is big. If I ever ask most people, hey, how are you feeling today? They're going to tell me what's going on in their life. Now, those are thoughts and circumstances. I want to know how you are feeling. A lot of feelings are coming up for you now, and this is part of why this is happening. Any of these challenges that you're experiencing in life right now. Your emotions, these negatively charged emotions, are actually holding your karma. When you have an imbalance in the universe, when you are belittling someone else or yourself, when there's that lack of reciprocity and those emotions get buried, negative emotions, negative charges of blame, shame, unforgiveness, all that, those negatively charged emotions are stored in your subconscious and your body. And sometimes the universe just wants to pull that out of you so it can release it once and for all. So it's important that you know what you're feeling. It's important that you honor your feeling and don't repress it. It's not going to do any good, because these emotions are energy in motion and they need an outlet. They need to be honored, because when you're angry, that's usually your emotions telling you that you or someone else is not being treated well. When you're sad, that's usually your emotions guiding you that there's a situation in your life that's unexpressed. There's parts of you that are unexpressed, because that is depression, which is the opposite of expression. These emotions need to be honored and moved through you. Okay, so pay attention to your body, the feelings in your body, and how you feel. You can write them about them, you can breathe into them, whatever you need to do, and then finally express them in a healthy way, not through blame, shame, or judgment. Which brings us to the fourth step, which is transmute negative emotions into love. Oh goodness, isn't that easy? Actually, it's what we came on this planet to learn. That is never going to end for you, okay? So here's how you do it. This is one of many, many, many steps about how you do it. So these negatively charged emotions, they're stuck in your chakra system. They're stuck in your body and your subconscious. They're like frozen there, and they're just attracting more things to help you process them, bring them up so that they can be healed once and for all and harmonized once and for all. So follow those first three steps first, and then when you feel these negatively charged emotions, stop thinking about the thing that's making you think it and focus on your body. And breathe light into those parts of your body that feel stuck or heavy. Breathe light and love into those parts of your body. And receive light in those moments that are so that they can move through you. And we also have amazing healers that can assist you on the physical plane, and the archangels. That is their job, is to transmute negativity into love and light. So Archangel Michael is usually the go-to person for that. You can call upon all of your angels, your guardian angels, your archangels. If you want someone specific, ask Archangel Michael to release you from those feelings and transmute those feelings into love. And keep breathing. This is going to be a process, an ongoing process. And then we can add a fifth step to this, which is actually quite important, which is receiving guidance for what you can do in your next step. This is staying very present, asking for just your next step, for something that's going to empower you in that moment to do something, to express yourself through action without shame, blame, or guilt. Very directly, being yourself and being true to yourself. Now, I know if you follow these steps, your whole life will transform. These lessons now are ones that you're meant to take with you your whole entire life. And this is such a powerful time to be who you are and shine your light more brightly by being guided by Spirit so that you can be a light on the world. And when you are a light on the world, you help lift the energy of everyone and everything, and this is where you have so much power. So leave a comment below and let us all know how you are handling this month to make this a peaceful and spiritually nourishing time for you so that we can all help each other. I love you so much, and I am sending you so much love and joy and peace and happy holidays to you wherever you are, and lots of love, and I'll see you in 2017. Take care. Bye for now.